Yeah, and then tanks will go. Who has a flare again?
Tank will go left.
Gunbreaker has a flare. Okay. What about tanks will go left?
Healer will go right.
Healer will go right.
DPS also go right.
Yeah, the DPS should
DPS
follow.
also go right. DPS go right.
Yep. You need one person to always follow the healer.
Alright, just in case, right? Okay.
Mm.
Then
It's not just that
here-
because it's gonna, let's say it's gonna pop before then, right? As the ones on the bottom are moving up, right?
then these two blue ones go here. These two go here.
Yeah.
Okay, then need to this one need to a bit.
Then in the end you come
Yeah, like
back
that.
to the same thing. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, just go here also. Same spot, same spot.
As in, like, for this part, the DPS still has to resolve who's gonna turn left and right. So yeah, it's the same thing.
DPS, whoever has the blue color one, just go right, law.
As in the two range. The first
the
fire.
two range. You
Yeah,
know
so
what?
it doesn't
Cause this
matter.
one, this one doesn't matter lah. It's just whether. Sure,
Oh, sorry, that guy's from the north. Sorry, this is from the south.
Wait.
Yeah,
The
sorry.
white
I'm
mage
wrong. Yeah.
go.
I'm wrong. White mage go bottom. Feathers go top. Fires go top.
Flare is half HP. Then
Half HP. Yeah.
40%. I mean, it's 40%. So it's 60%. So you have to top up. Show me the strat again. So it goes from here. So flare pops first.
Then after flare, I should separate them.
Pop the DPS.
This is
fire.
like pre-positioning. Yeah, this is pre-positioning. The three people who doesn't have the talents go here first. Then pop. Then the two DPS with the talents go pop.
Okay.
Then afterwards we'll rotate to this part. Alamak, I should probably do like intermediate.
Can you copy? No, I don't know.
Okay, what was it again?
Summoner go left. Summoner go right. Sorry.
Summoner go right. Summoner go right.
Go left. Sorry, go left.
Summoner go right.
No, sorry. Summoner go left. It's always clockwise for the range. The rangers go left.
Okay. Clockwise.
Yeah.
So then go here. Should I put arrows? No, don't need
Don't need lah. Just the melee.
You can't actually say
white mage go here.
the summoners being the melees are the blues one, right?
Yeah, the melees are the.
Yeah, that's what we are assuming first. But I need to make it more clear later.
Yeah, it's okay.
This is then the two tanks will always go this side. This one will always go this side.
Everybody else will just move clockwise except for the blue people.
Yes, everybody else move. No. These two also not clockwise.
Oh yeah, no. Thanks. The blue people are correct. They are still
blue people and the tanks move anti-clockwise. The rest move clockwise.
So all the blue people have to.
Not wrong.
The blue DPS and the blue blue signs.
Why can't we change the color of the icon? God damn it!
You can use the tank icon also.
Wait, blue one is always on DPS, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Use the tank icon.
No. Just gonna
okay. Can you color it? Okay.
Blue.
Nice. Okay. That smaller one you can tell is the Lala fell.
Yeah, I know, right? That's how you know.
What's with the Lala? What's with the sudden Lala head?
Classism.
Oh, sorry. There is no lalas in my game. Only potato.
Alamak, then I need to copy and paste for the rest of the shit.
Don't need. It's okay.
Make it more. God damn it! Where the?
Yeah, this one.
But just to make sure, 100% blue is always on DPS.
Yeah.
Or rather, in the 8 runs we've had, it's never been on a tank healer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always been a DPS.
Then it's safe to assume that.
I'm 100% sure it's always a DPS. It's always actually a DPS because of the fact that, right, we always know that the flare always goes on the healer, right? healer tank. So I assume that's for positioning the boss. That's why the healer can walk out and the tank can stay in the center, or the tank can go fuck off, drag the boss wherever. That's why they made it that way. Then the other healer, right? Since I've never gotten blue, so we always know that the other healer pair is always the red. If that's the case, blue is only left to DPS.
Very true.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna excuse myself.
I thought you
Okay.
finished the game.
Huh?
Dude, you're at the last area. How is it taking so long?
Huh? I'm fighting the boss.
Which boss? Kino
Please
Dragon?
Focus, yo.
No. Clergyman.
Beast Clergyman?
Yeah?
Yo,
Do you
don't
find
let
the
it touch you,
dragon?
man.
No.
everything for
You might not be able to
What?
fight the dragon anymore.
Why not?
Because you're supposed to fight the dragon before the clergyman. If not, it locks you out, I think.
No. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I had to check the wiki. You can go and check it yourself. I'm not gonna. You want me to check it for you?
No. Do your job.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even do my job. Someone's doing it for me.
Bruh.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. What do you think he's your mate?
What do you mean? I already done my job. I done my part. I already clipped.
Oh, you clicked it lah. Okay lah.
Let me just
I've done the clips.
I've done my job of streaming tonight already. So y'all can have the clips as well.
let's go first.
Oh shit, what was that?
Wow, shit! The heal check is damn insane. If we do it this way.
Wait, then I can just remove this two. Yeah, never mind.
That's why we put one healer one side, man. You're responsible for your own group.
No. Because like, I imagine right that the worst one right is actually because when the first fire props is 4 people, right? It's 4 people on each side, so that's okay. But the second
not-
fire one, right, as it moves to, let's say, the clockwise, anti-clockwise, then they move left, right. For the healer, let's say they're moving to split, right? That one, right? So because let's say as you're moving out, right, before you even meet the ones coming from north, right? So you only have one person to play with, right? So it does 90% of your HP survival. Okay, that's fine.
Then at that point, you don't go into the tower, so these two just go into the tower. Lor.
Yeah. So let's say the blues are gonna go in the towers already, right? So
Yeah.
it's fine and all that stuff, right? I saw that because Iran did inbound, right, and after that, right, after he's done with all these towers and AoEs, right, I think he does an AoE.
Yeah,
And
ultimate
then
impulse. I saw
yeah,
the card.
ultimate impulse. So right, if we're left at 10, whoever the healer, whoever that's left at 10% HP, it's a race to push you back all the way up.
Yeah.
That's why I say that healing check. That's why I'm saying the healing check is insane. It's not the rest is okay. That one is
Let's use macro.
Macrocosmos.
Cosmos,
Oh yeah, just call Macrocosmos out. Let me find that Macrocosmos in my fuck you. It's somewhere around here.
If the wind one somehow turns out to be need lightning, right? Then I think these two just solve lor. Right.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
need lightning.
Like you need to get the towers and the lightning debuff.
To resolve, yeah.
Yeah, and then so that you can trigger the wind one.
Oh, you can try that on the first run or tomorrow.
Yeah, can. We just
We don't do the
we
split fire.
don't do anything first. We just check.
No,
for the,
actually no, we don't need to do that. Just try this try first. Because
Okay,
of the fact that if we successfully pull it off, right, and wind
wait.
activates and people still die, right, that means we
wind might
never
not-
resolve
No,
wind.
actually wind might not. Wind don't need separate because it's just single target what. So even if it's need
If they die,
electric,
they'll
then-
just die,
yeah,
right?
this will just work. Yeah, this will
Yeah.
either work for them or it won't work.
Yeah, then if the wind dies,
doesn't
then we know that. Yeah, that's why if wind dies, then we know that something's wrong with wind. Then we have to figure out how to solve wind. So
yeah, this one for now.
then
is
we will
like that.
then at that point we'll test out the towers, the lightning ones, or we'll think of
No,
something
as in,
else.
because here already have the towers. Oh, unless it doesn't last until the. Yeah, okay.
No, I mean that yeah, you should cleanse already, yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
yeah.
hopefully.
Hopefully by the time it cleanse.
Okay,
Hopefully it
then the first
cleanses.
to identify.
Save changes, share URL. P4S. Actually, I should take screenshot also. The people don't
Thanks, yeah.
looking view one.
Yeah.
If only we can pop fire first, then flare, then fire.
Flare.
Or we can pop. If only we can pop flare last.
That one.
Why?
Flare.
You might
you might die to ultimate impulse because of the magic.
Flare
wand.
cannot pop blast because the thing will go off shortly after before the second AOE comes
Or
out.
might be at the same time even. So
Yeah.
and
Flare
everybody's
Why
like
would you
literally.
want the flare to go off last or like middle?
Because my fear is like of the double fire right now. Cause like I would love flare to go off early, right? But then flare is like, oh, we just need flare because flare we already know how to solve it. It's literally just we can be mid range from it or something like that, right? And we will survive it. We will just take like 40% of our HP. But the double fire, right, is the because we have to do it within 15 seconds. So
Do you typically heal straight after the flare?
I mean we have to heal.
If you hold off the healing, will you still die? If you don't join the fire stacks.
Ooh. Um.
Because you don't have to take the tower and you don't have to take the fire stacks technically. So there's one less
No,
healing.
no, 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 no. The flare and the fire is not that bad. It's really what I'm really worried about is the last fire one.
There's
Oh,
I
no.
think the flare is just solve first and
Because
worry about the rest.
because right now I'm very worried about the last fire one that we are popping, right, being a 2%. Because if it was let's say a 3% or 4%, I'll be like this is easy.
No, I'm asking, do you heal
No,
for the?
well,
do you-
are we betting on the fact that we can make it fast enough such that it's a 4 stack for the
Yeah lor.
stack?
Okay,
Yeah,
I
we are.
mean I guess so. I feel like it's gonna proc the moment we drag it because like they're moving left right already, right? I think that before that it's gonna be a 2-stack proc already.
Yeah, I have a feeling also. So it's a bit
That's why I'm very scared about that.
As in like, how to say like in terms of the proc distance, right? By the first fire proc, we will know whether or not the distance is like too short or too long already, right? Because if by the first fire proc, right, if like it procs at the 3 marker instead of the triangle, right, then we know we're fucked already. Then we need to come back here and start figuring out something else. Right? But if let's say on the first fire proc, right, they get to drag all the way to the triangle, right, then we know for sure that you need the entire diameter or almost the entire diameter of the circle to spread this out nicely, you get me?
So first thing we should do is try to test out the break distance.
Yeah.
Yes. Step 3.
Because if as could I say, right, if the break distance really is D to 1, right, then this entire thing confirm will fuck up. Because while the DPS are running down, right, to reach the end, right, they will break already. And then they will die alone. Right?
Yeah.
Because we're all in the middle, ma.
I mean that's just basically going off footage, or.
Yeah, so like from literally like 10 seconds into the first mechanic of this act, we know whether we fucked up or not already.
Wait, let me go and get Ryan's one. Ryan's one might be able to give me the answer on like how to confirm like how long it actually takes to break the thing.
I don't know, but I know I die a lot.
Because
every time.
the thing for me that is weird, right, is that I have footage of like in our first or second one, right, me and Ira, right, so Ira was at 1 and I was at D, right, around there. Then just before like we hit 1 and D, right, I even hit D itself, right, the line changed already. So I was like, oh, then after we both died at 1 and D.
Line change or line break?
The line changed 3 times, and so it's in the let me see.
Because when we did the test, right, the one where we went north south, that one, right,
I saw
the line.
It goes super far, right?
The line changed, but it didn't break. Like
I
I had to
think it takes a
go
while.
even further to break.
I think
Because when it goes red is when it breaks, right?
Like if let's say we were in the center, right, and then I went north south because I had a tether, if I'm not wrong. It turned red at the tip of the inverted triangle at A1. You see, it turned red there, but I had to run all the way to like a second little triangle, if you can see it, for it to break.
So are you saying the mechanic resolves in a staggered rate? As in the why was it? So are you saying that after breaking, there's a delay before the mechanic is executed?
I think
I
that
feel so.
I feel like the line changing doesn't mean it's breaking yet. Like you need to stretch it till it disappears for it to break.
Okay, because if you look at my number 3 footage, right, it's like the first time I break. That's what I'm saying is the D to 1, and then my number 7 footage, which Bell was breaking the flare tether. The flare, I was like, why is it taking so long to break to freaking prod when it's just moving like north south? Like Bell is there forever. Like is the tank not there forever? Like
Which
is
one
the,
was the one with Bell taking the Bell tether taking for us to break?
7, number 7.
7.
Wait, to me.
Yeah.
All the pictures you posted is all the steps, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one question for y'all.
Hmm?
Are y'all assuming that y'all only need to do the towers and not the fake one?
The fake one?
Like the one that doesn't have a tower, like the feather.
The one that doesn't have a tower is an explosion, ma. We just
Yeah.
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 No lah, it cannot be that they drop those feathers, right? I expect you to resolve 4 of them only.
No.
Okay,
It's like this. How it resolves is like this. So there's 2, 2, 2, 2, right? So it's either north south explosion, then east west is towers, right? Then remember how in the first one we had to move north south after that, after east west. After east
Yeah.
west we went north south, right? After that when we move again, right? Then someone else will take a second set of towers.
Huh?
Because east west AOE will now go off.
Do you want
No, I have a
Yeah, I
better way
mean.
to. Yeah, I have a, yeah.
I can draw.
No,
mean,
I don't mean the east west north south. It's the like for all the images, right? I only see y'all resolving the alphabets. Like y'all are not doing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because 1, 2,
Uh,
3,
one
4
what
AOEs.
AOEs?
Yeah.
I genuinely don't believe that they will put like 1, 2, 3, 4 and not expect you to do it
Okay,
also.
okay, can we see
Yeah,
number
it's
two? See
it's,
number
it's
two.
Part one. Part one is
yeah,
the same also.
remember? Yeah,
See number two. See number two. Just go number 2.
Oh, number 2.
Okay, so you see these 2 circles. These 2 are the mechanics for 2 and 4, basically.
yeah.
So A and C are the first safe zones. 2 and 4
Yeah,
are the first
correct.
less. Because he will always point to 4 directions for both tethers, right? So
Wait,
so
wait.
he will
Remember,
center twice. Remember?
remember
First
part
time
1?
he'll
The first
yeah.
time he does this?
No, I know part 1 mechanic. Like that
No,
one
no.
is,
Yeah.
but then you see every single tower, right? Or like every single feather in part 1 was taken by someone. Like
No,
in
the
this
part one,
case,
the
No.
AOEs were also feathers actually.
Yeah.
yeah, but then like after the AOE resolves for number 2, 3, 4, right? Are y'all not gonna do anything to it? Like you're not gonna pop. It's like it's a bit like, how do I say, the logic is like the ops in part 1, like all of them have to be resolved, in my opinion. Like you can't
No,
just
they are
like
all
leave.
resolved. They're all resolved.
How do you resolve 1, 2, 3, and 4 without
So
like
They resolve when the AOE goes off, like the feather just disappears.
okay, I think her question is like, how do you know like
that
the
you
tet-
don't have to, yeah, like you
yeah.
don't have, after AOE goes off, then it's how do you
Okay,
So for the
so
first part, right? Okay, I think the
yeah.
easiest way to start from first part. So the first part, what happens is he will fire the feathers first, right?
yeah.
Then he will tether 2 sides first. Then he'll tether the other 2 sides. So I think how it works is the tethers are basically the sequence of how the mechanics will occur, right? If you recall.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you can
So
watch this. You can watch this one.
yeah.
Like you see that the AOE goes off, right? Wait, not this one. The AOE goes off. The feather is missing.
So technically
Yeah,
the
then the
first
other feather?
yeah,
This
the
is the
first tether
tower lah.
will
This is the
occur.
remaining safe one.
Yeah, but if you see properly, right, he tethered to the feathers as well. That's the thing. It's just whether he tethered it in the first 4 or in the second 4.
Yeah.
So whenever he tethers, it's basically a sequential mechanic. When he's just firing feathers without any tethers to it, it's supposed to be, I think lah, that's what I'm assuming now. It's supposed to be resolved in between the tethers.
Hmm.
Do you get it?
I guess we have to see how lah.
Because in part 1, right, he remember when we first panicked, right? He basically shot 4 AOEs and towers all at the same time, right? And then we were like, wait, what the frick? And then the tethers are all coming out, right? So what actually happens was that basically that was the tutorial. Basically that when he points at then he turns the AOEs and the towers itself into these feathers, right? Then when he points to those empty ground ones, right, that didn't have towers at all, right? And so those feathers, right, are actually containing the AOEs. So when he points to them, right, they basically have a delayed explosion to explode they're gonna
Yeah.
explode first. Yeah.
I
Then when
think
he
so
points to
it's
the then when he points to the tethers that were once the tower positions, right? That's why we know that they are towers.
just use just use circles for all.
Tower, tower, tower.
That's why we know for sure in part 2, right? Why those those are AoEs and those are towers, right? Because in part 2, when he does this, right, there were only 4 towers that appeared, but there were also 4 AoEs. So we're like, oh, it's 4 towers and 4 AoEs, and we know there's only 8 feathers, right? So 4 of them are towers and 4 of them are AoEs, and it's basically the same as part 1, but now we have these extra elemental tethers that we don't know what the frick they are.
Part 1 is like that lor.
He'll basically show all the mechanics on the ground first,
Yeah.
without tethering anything.
Yeah.
So what he's doing now is basically showing you what are the mechanics that will be shown later lah. So when he tethers 1 and 3, for example, that's basically the 2 danger zones. That's why you run to 4 and 2, right? Normally.
Yeah, 4 and 2 or
Yeah.
one of these squares lah.
Yeah. Then the thing is, he doesn't tether the feathers in between. So the question is typically like, how are we supposed to resolve it?
So because after he tethers 1 and 2, let's say he tethers 1 and 3, right? After that he'll tether the towers, the tower feathers, the feathers that where the towers originally were. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. So that's gonna happen next.
Yeah. So that's why you assume it's like in between. So we tank the feathers to run to the to 1 and 3 now, the safe zones, when 4 and 2 are exploding. This is for part 1, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So for part 2, so for part 2 now,
Oh shit, I clicked the left. This one.
Yeah. So for part 2 now, he's basically tethering. There's only tethers and feathers now. There's nothing else on the map. Sorry, what am I saying? Sorry. There's only ground markers now. Ground markers now. Okay, the numbers and the alphabets. So only when he tethers to the markers will a feather appear. Any questions?
I don't know, man. I'll just see how tomorrow lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Brain
think
cannot,
the
our
feather is
Pepe
just
brain
more
cannot
of a,
understand.
yeah. The feather is more of a identification of which mechanics will activate, I think. Yeah. Then
I just then scared the blue color.
yeah. So just think of the feathers as
No,
mechanics that need to be
if
resolved.
blue color is not scary, you know why? Blue
Yeah.
color activates, right? At most they die is 2 DPS there if we just
Yeah. No, but if they do die, then
But then eventually you still have to figure out how to survive it, ma.
yeah, then there's
Yeah.
nobody tanking the second flare, ma.
I mean, we will definitely find an answer. It's just, but it's not a wipe. That's my point.
Not my problem.
The only time that it's a wipe, right, is right if the ultimate thing AoE, right, is a shared party wide AoE. Then it's a wipe.
Single target. What single target? Is there any single previous savage mechanics that's like single target but you have to do something to survive it?
Tank buster, lor. Shit, tank
Ah,
buster.
yeah. And there's no AoE either.
Yeah. What was the name of the cast spell again?
Dark something? Dark devices?
Dark devices.
Is it? Wait, no. The dark devices is the towers and
1140.
Oh fuck
Reef
lah.
of
It's mechanic name.
Taunts. Or Reef of Taunts is the feathers. And then this one is what the heck is dark design? Oh, dark design is confiteor.
Give me the nice perspective, baby.
Dark design is confiteor. Alamak.
Hey, I think I go off first.
Okay.
See you
Okay.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
No, the perspective. Wait. Maybe this is it.
What is happening here? Oh shit.
I can't see. Oh wait, why is it so far?
For which one? Wait, what are you watching?
My clip
Yeah, no, I now confirmed it because like the flare right literally had to be like across the thing, but then my my number 3 clip right, like when I first broke the fire tether with Ira right, it was only like not even the full length and it turned already.
Did you break the thing or did your thorn prick run out?
No, the thing didn't run out. We still have 10 seconds left.
What is it?
That's why it's weird.
Yeah, we'll figure out tomorrow lah.
Yeah.
Don't tell me they're all at different distances. Ha 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 ha.
Towers.
Be different. I don't think they are different.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
different
That's very
distances.
inconsistent of them.
Tomorrow then see lah. Freaking hell.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work lah. Freaking.
Yeah. Fuck this thread.
Oh.
Oh shit.
So like at what point right do we say we are not big brain enough and then we look it up?
Yes. So
Never.
you know,
I would say like 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks which is like I think at least 10 sessions. The 10th session, if we still cannot get it, we just fuck it lah. I mean that's my
session
opinion
is
lah.
just
Yeah.
3 weeks, right?
Yeah, those 10 session, 3 weeks about 3 weeks lah.
So at
Two
6.1
weeks
lah,
lah.
basically.
Yeah, around 6.1 lah.
Oh no, definitely say it's like when we get so frustrated on the mechanic that we literally cannot solve. That's the easiest way to say.
Actually quite true. If we just
Because like we're progressing
it's
through the fight, right? And we are actually like solving, so it's just like, so let's say maybe you take one session for like one mechanic or stuff. So by the let's say at 2 weeks on, right? By 2 weeks we should, if we're still solving fast, right? We already be close to the end. We're just like what now?
Yeah, so basically as long as we every
just
now and then we
progress
have
lah,
like
yeah.
meaningful proc, then okay lah,
Yeah,
right?
we
If
don't.
we, if
that's
we
true.
dead end for like 2 weeks, then okay,
And we,
maybe give
yeah,
up a
and
bit lah.
we tilting. Yeah, that's the obvious. Like we should.
Tomorrow till already, it's like, hey, fuck it lah, guys.
So fast.
Tomorrow till hey, fuck it lah, guys.
I legit scared just now they gonna fight, yeah.
No lah, it's
Ooh.
yeah, welcome to the static. It's like that.
Oh.
It has always been
Diana
like that.
and
Roger.
Oh no lah.
Ira and Roger are the same person.
Yeah, sorry. Roger.
He's fighting with himself with his inner demons.
I legit thought they gonna start fight. I legit thought they gonna start a fight, yeah.
Nah, it's
No lah.
always like that. It's always like that.
I mean,
Welcome
to be
to the
fair, I thought they were the same person when I first joined the static.
welcome to the
One
static.
person on
It's,
two PCs.
Yeah. So like, oh, holy shit, this guy is damn pro.
the Pandemonium normal, the guy used eight accounts just to play Gunbreaker. I know
Actually,
The one I
wait.
posted
I
before.
actually have a different theory. Maybe
You can do the replay yourself, like.
no. Maybe it doesn't proc because of. Sometimes you can proc right instantly, right? If you touch a taunt, maybe. I don't know.
Touching
The
on.
taunt activates.
Yeah. You touch the taunt and then you'll be like, oh, you want to blow it up? Here you
Huh.
go.
Then isn't that to our advantage? Then you can actually bait it out.
I guess so. Because it's like we say that it is distance, right? But I think every time we hit the distance, it's cause we touch the taunts on both sides.
You see all the things, whether there was a time when you touched. Wait, no, it cannot be. But then if the blue color ones when they go.
Yeah, lor, the blue ones are resolving. So do you have to break it and touch the taunts? Is that what you're saying? That's like all the.
You check the very first one, the very first time we encountered. Cause that time we didn't really break the tethers, right? Or rather, a whole bunch of us didn't break the tethers.
The first one is like we're all running like chickens though.
Yeah.
Okay, second one, or some second one or third one lah.
I think third one onwards will be better.
Let me see the second one.
Yeah.
What happens when somehow we have the thing and then touch the dots?
Should I go into this party? Let me check the logs first.
How you can see other people's logs?
Yeah, I had a plugin to see. Wait, are you in Discord, right?
Yeah, I
you can
think
see-
it's
okay.
when your tether is red and you touch a taunt, it might blow up. That's the condition.
Ivan, you see my screen?
Because
Yeah.
I'm looking at the
Number two don't have.
no number
That's
two,
why,
right? Number two, when you see how my one has
It's a
5
button.
seconds left on the thing.
Yeah. But you previously before you even do that, you touch the thing, nothing
where's
happened.
Then it
that?
blew up.
Has it been gone?
No, that's what I'm saying. I think the tether your tether needs to be red and you touch it.
Oh yeah,
think
this is my
I-
plugin.
I think like it's red because we're far enough. Because on the ton, because the ton is basically the diameter of the circle already.
No, but the flare and the wind one never leh. Yeah, the flare and the wind. Yeah, the flare and the arrow one don't need leh.
Yeah, correct. As in, I think it's because like it's just a coincidence because the tethers are basically that long. Like the
Yeah.
feathers are that far apart, so we are stretching it that far.
I think it's just a coincidence also.
Anything else we need to test tomorrow?
What am I supposed to be seeing?
Yeah, we should write down the things we
Wait.
need to test tomorrow, right?
The button like missing leh. But you see okay, so you see I right click I can see the logs.
So,
But I don't know
so
where the button gone.
so maybe it's just like the tether turns red, and then after that you need to wait for what 2 seconds before it blows up.
Yeah, seems like a
button gone.
delay. Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind. But this is my plugin so I can see the plugins. So
What
Okay.
else do you do to zeng your Final Fantasy?
I have a ping display, perfect pixel, reveals my hitbox, optional ring. So I know where is my hitbox and I can dodge the AoEs better or like all the things better. I can see my
Yeah, 2 seconds
ping.
delay.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, the fire
Combo as
stack
well.
gives
is
Vound
the
up,
best.
Vound up, right?
3 seconds, yeah.
For 3 seconds, yeah.
So you know your
Are we able to do
combo,
it together with the towers at the same time?
your combo is 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, right?
Oh yeah.
So
good
no,
question.
that one we have to find out tomorrow.
Feels like cannot.
It
So
feels like we
you use
cannot
this-
lah.
Yeah.
You use this combo plugin, right? All your combo become like 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1.
If that's the case.
Oh, that's kind of bullshit.
Cannot. Oh.
Yeah, it's like PvP by P. Let me just go to
Wait,
my
so
FC.
your butt opener is like 1 1 1. Your butt is just 1
No
1.
lah.
No, butt is doesn't matter anyway.
But changes. So my wait, I just go to my FC house. Then I use the thing to show you. I don't know where the FF logs go. Very weird. See
Does
the
it take
FF
that
logs,
long? Hmm.
Honestly, like, I think we just tomorrow then figure it out lah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of things right now as we're waiting for tomorrow. I'm just
Yeah,
theorizing stuff.
as in like, past a certain point, right? You just give yourself more headache when you think of more situations, you know. 有可能是这样 then you're like, oh no, but what if it's not? Then wow.
But for me, it's about understanding and like simplifying it in my head, so I don't run like a chicken.
Yeah, please don't run like chicken. I see you run like oh no, sweet is opposite me. I'm gonna die. Then I just die. Never mind.
No, I'm simply like testing something out, like see how else the mechanic resolves. That's why.
Limit testing.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ivan, you see for butt, right? So you know like if I do a lot of burst shot, I will proc the refulgent arrow, right? Let me just remove the refulgent arrow. Okay, then with this PvP PvE thing, the combo thing, right? The thing become refulgent arrow. I don't need to have an extra skill on the hotbar. So you just proc instantly on its own.
So your burst shot will become refulgent arrow.
Yeah, so I don't have to have the refulgent arrow on my hotbar.
So you can just 1 1 1 1 1 1 and every time refulgent arrow comes up, you will cast refulgent arrow.
Yes.
That is
So
disgusting
then you see Paladin you see this two skill or even the request get all this
Alright, shit.
See?
So there's no knockback.
There's one all the way.
Hey, this is gross What the fuck? I can't do this just because I'm on Steam.
I think once they fix it, then you can just install it lah. Let's see what Astro don't have. Samurai. Samurai.
Okay,
Samurai, you see these three right? The stickers
Oh, it's for the different.
Yeah, instantly I just like do
Oh, look at that. It is a flare.
like that. I don't have to like have so many things on hotbar.
It's actually kind of gross
Yeah, and it's very easy to can say very easy to play Like I don't have I don't even have to have the whole hotbar. Reset. Black mage I don't know to be honest.
Which is the cleanest that we got? Do you
Cleanest?
remember? Yeah, which video was it?
But your
What my
hotbar layout
cleaners? What do you find my
looks very
cleaners? Do you
prominent
mean what
scale.
we get to see through the entire thing, or do you mean like we saw people alive by the end of the wave?
We saw most of the mechanics clearly
This one.
for just for the second part.
Between the, I just press like that already.
I'm going from 8 back down.
Wait, let me find. I think it's the one with where Roger survived and saw the ultimate AoE. Wait,
He's
Most of it Roger saw. Just
So
that he just died there.
eventually we must break the.
Maybe next time the tank should just inbound through all the way.
No,
so
that
it's-
I was trying to call them out to inbound, to literally just inbound so we can see everything.
I don't think,
Oh,
no, I don't think he got inbound back then already. Because he used it for
Alright,
the double storm,
shit.
no man?
oh.
Yeah, use it for double storm.
Yeah, I found a good video. Fine.
What's my FF?
5 seconds. The number 5. Number 5 is the longest.
Oh no, as in, I think yeah, there's time to resolve the fire stacks into the towers. That's nice. I think like 1 second.
Then you die, yeah, I also died instantly.
So you might want to hit up.
Longest one, ultimate impulse.
Number 5 is the one where we finally saw the cast of Ultimate
that's
Impulse.
that's the AoE. AoE took quite a while though. This one go off, and
Of
then
course, because
I
you need to
guess-
come back to center to heal.
I guess it's the heal check. But this time without the healing debuff.
Do you remember if there's any video where we tank the tower properly and you didn't die?
I always tank the tower properly.
Also, you didn't die lah.
Yeah. But that was
Ah,
without me breaking any tethers.
Now let me see this one. Number 5. Oh, okay, not bad.
Yeah, we need
50%.
to like add.
Yeah, save it.
Like the moment there's a tower one and stuff, and I remember where the hell is the tower, right? I always took the tower if I can.
Tower before the tether.
Yeah, because my tether buzz is doing next to me. Then I'm just going to take the tower because I'm like, alright. But then, so you take the tower, right? Tower does about what 10% of your HP, 10-15% at most. But if the other person doesn't take the tower, you minus 40% of your HP or
But you
more.
took like 50% of your health though in number 5.
Oh, that one was cause of something else, I think.
Let me see. Number
Oh.
5.
Ivan, you still on my screen, right?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
about 25%.
So you see, I highlight my name,
Mm-hmm.
FF
Correct.
logs. There, I can see my FF logs already.
What the fuck?
It's
Hey,
not
this is
30.
hacking
But I don't show you on screen lah. I don't show you on the stream lah.
Alright, we're done
Like,
strategy.
if I want to like go into a party and pass, right, I will check the FF log.